All right, this is going to be a wild night of recaps because there are games going on as we click record. That's a first in the history of this channel, but we have a lot to get to tonight, and quite frankly, I don't want to stay up until 4 in the morning. So we begin with Michigan State, who takes a just horrific loss at home to Wisconsin, 70-57. We came on here for the preview and said this is essentially a must-win. It was not a winnable basketball game. As soon as this game started, it was abundantly obvious Michigan State was in over their head. We had the drama in the starting lineup. He started both the centers because Malik Hall is sick, but then Malik Hall checked in 3 minutes in, and Wisconsin's center had already hit 3 threes. Just disastrous vibes all around. Tom Izzo hit the podium in the postgame and said, blame me, don't blame the players. Who are you ready to blame, Carter? Because I know you are not happy with this performance.
I'm ready to blame everybody involved, top to bottom, players, staff, head coach, everybody. Everyone has a hand in this, to be honest with you. I think that Coach Izzo should not have to coach toughness to seniors who have been in the program for 4 to 5 years. I don't think that's something that he should have to waste his time on. I don't think that Coach Izzo should be starting front courts of Mady Sissoko and Carson Cooper in a game that he really wants us to take seriously and thinks that he wants to win. I don't think that our do-it-all backcourt should only get something from Tyson Walker, and Tyson Walker has to go God mode in the second half just to get us a fake comeback, just for our seniors to give up offensive rebounds and to go under screens on players and get out-toughed and out-worked. We didn't lead at any point in this game. We got out-toughed and dog-walked on our home floor by Wisconsin. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing as hell, bro. Like, honestly, like, I don't know if I don't know what emotion I was trying to put towards the game, but that shit was just so sad. Like, it was sad to watch, man. Like, I just don't understand. Just no energy, no want, no, like, you know that meme, like where the F the dog go? Like, that's what I felt like I was watching the whole time. We didn't lead at any point tonight. We had a fake comeback because Tyson Walker went God mode and hit 3 straight threes on 3 back-to-back possessions. And then we followed that up with AJ Hoggard doing an Olay to an AJ Store and one. And then he proceeded to go under 2 straight screens on him, and then followed that up with some nice mid-range jumpers. And Trey Holman wanted to get involved on the action. He shot an air ball from the elbow. I'm like, this team is not it, man. And I'm honestly mad at myself for falling for this shit, for real. I'm mad at Shaka for allowing this last season and even letting us get to this point, allowing this. Because if it wasn't for Tyler Kolik's jam pinky finger, we'd be talking way different about this damn team.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to get anything else out at the top here?
Wisconsin's good.
Whoa. Really? That's like a for sure from you after this one?
I mean, they have a style of play. They got an identity. It's more than I can say for my basketball team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, like, for real, like, I'm not trying to hear any of that. Like, why does the world have to be so doom and gloom all the time after we lose a basketball game? What do you mean, man? We were number 4 in the country, and now we find ourselves on December 6th, 4-4 and 0-1 in the Big Ten. And now it's like everything else is kind of out the window. Like, I'm not even looking for Big Ten banners or Big Ten. I'm looking to just get the best seed that we possibly can in the tournament. Because right now, if we had to identify our resume and put our resume up against other teams in the tournament like setting, we'd be extremely bubbly. We got the looks of a Dayton play-in resume right now. It's sad. It's sad as hell.
Yeah, that's the thing is I truly don't think we can even like talk about the word seeding right now. It's way too early to be talking about NCAA tournament in general, but like barring a complete turnaround where you guys just like start winning a bunch of games and end up finishing top 2 in the Big Ten, like I don't know that it's seeding that you're going to be playing for with this team. Like like, yeah, the difference between a 7 seed and a 10 seed. Okay. But that's not really like playing for seeding. That's just like, let's make sure we're in the tournament. And to me right now, that looks like the absolute ceiling for this group. Which again, I know it's a surprise based on what everybody hoped they would become, but it's not a surprise based on where this program's been the last 3 seasons. So somewhere in the middle is where we should have been.
Can I ask you this, G? Like, and you're speaking from the point, like, you weren't as high on this Michigan State team as other
But
people.
I had him
You
top
did,
5 in the
you,
country preseason.
yeah,
I
you
did.
did. Okay, you did. But like, you did not think that they would be this bad. I don't think anybody foreseen that they would be. I get like they're not they're not this team that's like gonna be like a national title contender. That's fine. This isn't a team that's gonna be a Final Four contender. Yeah, I get that. That's fine to say. I don't think anybody foresaw them being this bad. I can go up and down. There is one player that I think got better out of the returners, and that's Tyson Walker. That is it. Everybody else proceeded not only to not get better, they got worse. They got worse.
I think you're being generous to even say Tyson Walker got better, Cart. Like
Tyson Walker is averaging 20 points a game on 50% from the field.
He's really good. He also can't make threes. He misses a bunch of open ones every game. It's like he's doing more than he's ever had to do because everybody else regressed. Like, I know that's crazy. Yes, his scoring numbers are up and he's super efficient, but like we're really saying a guy who went from 42% from 3 on 4 attempts per game to 29% on 4 attempts per game is better. What
And
the
then
hell happened?
and improved everything else.
What the hell? Did he improve everything else? His assists are down.
They're
Like,
the same.
no, they're down. They're down half an assist a game. Like,
It's from 2.9 to 2.3.
so, but you said he got better at everything. Like, you're just lying. It's a lie. You're not going to tell me a 42% shooter who can't make open threes anymore got better. Like, sorry.
A guy going from 14 to 20 on 50% from the field.
Hey,
is not getting better.
preseason, you told me that's the jump you wanted to see for him to be National Player of the Year. How's that going for this team?
It's not getting better. That's crazy.
He's shooting 29% from 3, Cart. Do you want a cookie? You just made snickerdoodles. Go upstairs and grab one. Like, what the hell do you want? You want happiness with this team right now? He can't make open shots.
You said anything about being happy.
Tyson has to go 3 for 3 from 3 to be in a close game at home with Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And you want to pat him on the back for that. That's what we're doing?
Because he's the only one he's the only one doing something.
He's shooting 29% from 3 on the season.
Yeah. So Tyson's the issue.
No, he's not the issue, but we're not just going to run around and be like, is that where this starts? Tyson got better? That's where this team is right now? Tyson got better? Like, nobody got better. Nobody got better, Cart.
Okay.
Tyson's the same guy, except he misses more threes and
averages more points and shoots better from the field.
Because he's taking 16 shots a game instead of 12.
So he's taking more shots, but yet shooting better from the field.
Why is he taking more shots? Because
everyone else on the team is ass. Because everyone else on the team's ass.
Correct. That doesn't mean Tyson's better because everyone else needs to get benched by your coach.
Okay, so all right, so Tyson's the same. Is that what you want?
He's worse. He's shooting 29% from 3, Cart. Like,
I got it. I heard that.
What is your record if he's making shots the way he did last year? Probably 6-2.
Really? Real?
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
G. Come on, G. What could he possibly do?
Make threes.
And we have the same exact record because everyone else on the team stinks.
I'm not here to blame Tyson Walker. I'm also not here to come in and be like, Tyson got so much better. Incredible shit. He has 2 assists in his last 2 games. He is missing open threes every single game. I don't know what you want. Like, Tyson needs to be all worldly. He has been close to all worldly. He's been great, just like he was last season. But he's making 29% from 3. You're not going to win games when Tyson Walker makes 29% from 3, given who everybody else on this team is. But if that's better to you, okay, great. What is he, the second best player in the Big Ten? All-American bid for Tyson Walker, making 29% from 3? Whoop-de-doo. Hang the banner. All right, here we are. What else do you want from this game? You steer here. I don't know where to go.
I'm that's all I got to say, to be honest. The team, they stink. They stink straight up, for real. Like, no one wants it. No one's tough. AJ did all the talk and all the note padding over the summer for nothing. Gives us nothing. He was a team worst, game worst between everyone who touched the floor tonight, minus 18. Sick. Remind folks of who you are. Jay Nakins, I don't even know what to say. He might have the yips for all I know. Madi Sissoko is unplayable. Carson Cooper, at best, is a backup center in the Big Ten at a 10-minute per game level on a good basketball team. What else? Malik Hall flew or flew less is just not it. That's about it. I mean, this team's gonna lose a lot of basketball games. I don't know if they can beat a good team at this point. They have not shown this year that it can beat a good team. Butler's not a good team. They have not beat a good basketball team this year yet. We're 8 games in. So that is what it is.
So I want to just pick out AJ. He had 14, 7, and 4 tonight, 7 assists to 2 turnovers. That was a bad game.
It was a classic fake ass good game by AJ.
I thought he was clearly your second best player. So if we're like wrapping up this game saying AJ was a disaster, I don't know where you go.
That ain't saying much.
Okay.
It was much more reflective when I watched the game of a guy that was minus 18.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
plus minus.
there were defensive lapses for sure. I don't think he's he leaves a lot to be desired in a lot of different ways, but I thought at the bare minimum it wasn't like a AJ Hoggard hid and complained the whole game. Like he had some moments and was productive. I feel like that's the best you can ask for from him, which is still a bad basketball player right now. It's not helping the team very much. Okay. Every other guy on the team besides AJ and Tyson, you got 36 points from those two combined. Nobody else on the team had more than 5 points. Jeremy Fears and Trey Holloman both had 5 points off the bench. Then you had Carson Cooper with 3, Madi with 2, Jaden Akins with 2 points in 21 minutes, 0 for 2 from 3. You got benched to start the second half for Trey Holloman. Cohen Carr and Malik Hall 2 points. Why? Why is everyone so bad right now? I don't understand it.
That's why I think it's a problem with the whole program, top to bottom. Like, it's a problem the players didn't get better. It's a problem the guys on the staff didn't do what needed to be done to get the players prepared to be better. It's a shit show from top to bottom. This team's not tough. This team doesn't have an identity. And Izzo comes to the post game and says he's going to spend all the night in the office trying to figure out what it is with this team. But this team just isn't it. They don't have an identity. I don't know if they find an identity. We're just going to have to hope that maybe some guys hit some shots at this point. It's like hoping and wishing game to game at this point. Maybe we can get godly performances from. I mean, the only way I can see us winning basketball games right now is playing good defensively, which we were awful defensively today. I mean, just leaving guys wide open from 3. Made Steven Crowder look like Dirk Nowitzki, going under screens on AJ Storr after he was able to hit a couple threes. You just keep going under screens on him. No communication whatsoever on pick and rolls. Madi is terrible pick and roll defensively, as is Carson Cooper. What else is there? Shit. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. Let's see. What else did I miss here? I had something else. The ability to rebound, just no type of hustle as far as having such an urgency to box out at all. When we did get stops, we were giving them offensive rebounds, sometimes multiple ones that led to easy baskets by Wisconsin. The team just is, they're soft, to be honest with you. They're really soft and they don't have an identity. And it's a damn shame because they go all this time and all this, we're Spartan dogs and we got all this dog to us and they forgot about us and we're going to remind folks and they're sleeping on us just to come out and just lay an egg. In how many games now so far? 8 games to the season, just egg after egg. So I don't know. It was disappointing for real. Like I said earlier, it's sad to watch.
Do you think that putting some more signs up in the weight room that have the Phoenix Final Four logo would help fix things?
Maybe. Who knows?
Okay. It was a big deal in the summer. I don't know. Couple quick hitters for me. What'd you make of the decision to go 2 bigs? I hated it.
It was dumb as hell. It was for no reason.
What is he thinking? What is the logic behind this whatsoever?
I don't know. We're a team that struggles offensively and has no spacing and can't shoot. And your counter to that is to throw in Carson Cooper at the 4 or throwing Madi at the 4. Like what? I love coaches. I truly do. And I get it. Like he's done so much and he's accomplished. He's a Hall of Fame. He can do whatever he wants at Michigan State. But like, what are we doing? Like, why? Did anyone ask? Did you look at any posts? Did anyone ask why he did that? Or are we just saying, are we just letting it go? Or are we just waiting for him to answer till March or something?
I didn't read through many of the post game quotes. I saw like 1 to 2 that
Okay.
We'll talk about one of them. But Izzo's whole thing at the press conference tonight was pretty much put all the blame on me, not on the players. So he did say Malik Hall had a 101 fever earlier in the day, thinks he should have played Malik Hall less than he did. So that's where it started, right? It's just like, I don't know how much I'm going to play Malik Hall, but then 3 minutes into the game, Malik Hall's in the game.
I don't get it, man. Then don't play him. It ain't
Yeah.
like he's giving. Don't play him.
Right.
You have other guys. Play Cohen Carr. Give somebody else a chance. Don't play him.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But anyways, here we are. So I feel that one of the main things I am seeing from Michigan State fans after this game is a lot of question the leadership on this team, question how bad these guys want it, question the emotion, question the togetherness, question the quote unquote dog. Is that fair? Like, I think all those things are being questioned, and you agree that those things should be questioned?
Yeah.
Okay. I hear that, and I'm not here to say that shouldn't happen. But I have just a thought here. Are we sure it's not just talent more than it is all of this?
Both.
So I would like to hear a little bit more just realization of where this team's at talent-wise. Because I feel like when you lump it all together on emotion and leadership and dog, and they don't want it, it's an embarrassment to the Spartan Shield. It's a miss. It's a miss here. I think Mady Sissoko does want it. I think he's a bad basketball player. I think Cohen Carr wants it. I don't think he's ready to play high major minutes on a good team right now. I think Trey Holloman really wants it. I think he's a bad basketball player. So is that what's going on here? Or is it the fact that this is a roster built with guys who can't shoot, that has one great player in Tyson Walker? He's a great player. And then it has two guys who were supposed to be great players in Jaden Akins and AJ Hoggard, who spent their whole summer pretending NBA teams were interested in them. They aren't. Came back to East Lansing, and both got worse. But outside of those three, Cart, the rest of the roster makes no sense. We knew Malik Hall at the end of last year was broken confidence-wise and had injury concerns. We knew these centers are bad players. Nothing was done to fix that. So if the freshmen aren't ready, why would we expect Malik Hall and Carson Cooper and Mady Sissoko to be good? That has nothing to do with how bad they want it. That has to do with those guys are bad basketball players. Am I wrong on that?
No, it's a little bit of both. But sometimes toughness and the things like that you mentioned before, they can pick up for like a lack of talent. But when you combine both of them, you get shitty results.
Okay.
Let's make something clear. There's a lot of bad basketball players on this team that people try to convince themselves are good, and they're not.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little lame to just approach it of like, oh, these guys got to want it more. I don't see it that way at all.
Well, because it doesn't even matter. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just, you just got to you can't nitpick talent with some of these dudes because like they have ceilings on what they can do as hoopers. So you can at least like pound it that they should like have some toughness and a little bit of mental fortitude to them, which they seem to lack.
I hear that. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't buy that the issue is toughness or togetherness or leadership. I buy that the issue is this roster. That it is what it is. I feel like I had another big thing here. Izzo's post game. I mean, he's saying put all the blame on me. How much blame do you actually believe belongs on Tom Izzo here versus on the players themselves?
How much do I think of the blame? I think a great amount of blame belongs on him because this is the roster he put together. This is what he said. He saw this roster and said, "Yeah, this is good. It's good to go. We don't need to do anything." So like there's two parts of it. Like it's the preparedness of the players and how tough they are. Yes, that does reflect on Coach Izzo, reflects on the players as well. But the roster is a direct reflection of who he wants to put out there and who he wants to construct his team with.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't look good, he's part of the problem, because this is the roster that he chose. Like,
Yeah.
what's the phrase? You made your bed, lay in it. This is the bed he made.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think last year was maybe the best job Izzo has done in 10 years. And that includes the year that he took Cassius Winston to the Final Four. I thought last year's team, he took a team that was really lacking in a lot of areas and made them a very, very, very good basketball team that made a Sweet 16. That was really impressive to me. At the end of the season, that was a high-level team that had real Final Four aspirations. That could still happen this year. I'm not going to count Tom Izzo out at all. It could absolutely happen. I think what we've seen in a week or in a month has been one of the worst jobs I've seen from Tom Izzo. I don't recognize a December Michigan State team that looks like this.
Wait, I just want. I'm sorry, I might have missed this. I was looking at something. Did you say you're not out? You're not out on this team, or what was the wording you used?
I won't write off Tom Izzo with this team.
Okay. Here comes dramatic me. Like, say what you want. I know I'm gonna get a lot of Carter's dramatic type things. I'm writing this team off. I think they might make themselves to. They might at most make their way to a Sweet 16. Maybe. There will be no banners hung this year. 0 banners. 0 chance that we get to the end of the season. There will be no banners hung. We are going to get to the time around February or March, and we're going to find ourselves multiple games back off the pace of whatever is at the top of the Big Ten. And we're not gonna win the Big Ten tournament. And maybe we pull a Creighton and get some Sweet 16 rings. But besides that, nothing. Let's go ahead and just watch reruns of last year, because it's going to look a lot like this year. It's going to look exactly the same.
I guess me saying I won't write you off assumed that you weren't going to get banners. I'm talking like I think this team could still make a Sweet 16. Like if you expected banners coming into this game today against Wisconsin, you're like, there's still hope for banners. You're just living in La La Land. Like, I'm sorry. I know you're Michigan State. I know you're an elite program, but this team has had major holes. We knew it all season. So here we are. But that doesn't mean
you start off 1-0 in the Big Ten. Now it's like there is something to starting off 1-0 in the Big Ten when other teams start off 0-1.
Yeah, but now it doesn't mean. I mean,
now that really doesn't.
It doesn't mean you can't make a Sweet 16 though. Which last year, year,
we will not make a Sweet. We're not. I don't think. I'm dead ass, man. Like this isn't a Sweet 16 team. This is a lose the first game of the tournament team. There's so many teams I would pick to beat this team in a 1-game setting.
I mean, it can get better. All right, I have 2 more Izzo related things. Starting with this. It seems when you go player by player, if we start talking about there's not even lineup stuff Izzo can do, because this is what's happening. Like AJ Hogarth's worse. Jaden Akins is worse. Malik Hall is worse. Carson Cooper's incrementally better. Madi Sissoko's the same. Trey Holloman's incrementally better. But for the most part, that's like your 3 big dogs who were banking on got worse. Plus, the 3 freshmen on this team are all pretty unplayable. No disrespect to Jeremy Fears, who I think looks good. He looked good in 13 minutes tonight. But Cohen Carr right now, you're not getting anything from. And Xavier Booker's not playing. He's in warmups. At a certain point, isn't that 100% on Tom Izzo? Like, how is it an acceptable answer that we're looking at this roster and saying, yeah, nobody got better and none of the freshmen are playable? Because I just watched a Wisconsin team go to the Brez tonight that had great minutes from a freshman in John Blackwell, who's not more talented than any of Michigan State's freshmen. Like, I thought they got decent stuff from Nolan Winter. That's another freshman that's playing. There are teams around the country that are getting stuff from guys that are way less talented than Michigan State's freshman class, and Izzo's just getting nothing and expecting us to believe that's an acceptable answer. What do you make of that side of this?
I just don't understand like how we can go so many years without just adding somebody, adding a center. What are we, a poverty program? Why do we move like this? How come? I think it was your tweet. Go by team, everyone else picking up somebody in the transfer portal, everybody else doing something to help their team aid themselves in the transfer portal. Not Michigan State for some reason. There's why because we're too stubborn or something like that. I just don't understand sometimes, G. I don't. I'm at a loss for words. I'm in a bad place.
Well, like what happened to player development in this program? Like, hasn't it been like years since somebody's gotten seriously better?
Yeah, but I think that also has something to do with like there's actually players that can get better, I guess. That had the mental fortitude to get better or something. I don't even know. Like, because I would say Jaden Akins got better last year, but now like he just somehow got worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Jaden Akins is completely broken, and there's no reason whatsoever that Jaden Akins should be a broken basketball player. There isn't one. So, like, what are we supposed to do with that? We're just supposed to accept that Jaden Akins is bad now? Like,
yeah.
that's not acceptable at all. And I don't think, obviously it's on Jaden, but how is this staff allowed to just skate by with the excuse like, yeah, Jaden got worse? That's unbelievable to me. Jaden Akins was really good last year, and he's broken. And by the way, this is the same thing that happened with Malik Hall. He looks really promising young, and now it's just like, oh, Malik Hall stinks. What the hell's the staff doing with these guys? How do these guys not get better?
Malik Hall's situation is way different.
Okay. Well, why?
I mean,
point me to someone who's gotten better.
Huh?
Point me to somebody in this program that's gotten better since Cassius Winston left.
Joey Hauser got better.
Okay.
Tyson got better. Tyson got better.
Fair, yeah. 42.
Are we saying AJ got better? Or is that like fair to say he did kind of get better? Like if you look at freshman year AJ, he is better now, despite the other things going on.
Did he?
I mean, he improved. I mean, if you look at things like he improved free throw, like stats went up. He improved free throw shooting. He's an improved shooter, even though it's not that great and doesn't reflect this season.
Right. And
like last year, he was.
To disagree. Your team's
last year
in shambles because you have one player. Your team's in shambles, but guys have gotten better. Like what? What are we doing, Cart?
I mean, did they not? Like they've been here for 4 years. Like they've gotten somewhat better. Like even if it's minuscule.
Okay, so why are none of the freshmen ready? This was the number 2 ranked freshman class in the country. Look what Kentucky's freshmen are doing right now. Why are none of Michigan State's freshmen ready to play?
Really should have just listened to what everyone said about Xavier Booker.
Why is Colin Carr not ready to play?
I don't know.
That's just it's acceptable then. We're just shrugging it off.
What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say that it's not okay that your staff has gotten nothing from anyone on this roster but Tyson Walker.
Didn't I already say like this is the staff's fault? This is the bed they made. They got to lay in it. Like that wasn't said. They also don't even put Colin Carr in a good position to succeed. That's for one starter. Like I know we got to look at Colin Carr and what he can do, but he's also not put in a position to succeed whatsoever with this team and this roster. Because they play him at the 3, and he's not a 3.
Yeah, okay. I just feel like you're trying to say that while simultaneously now saying that every player has gotten better over the years on this roster, leading you to this result, which makes no sense to me. But
before this season, AJ Hoggard, Jaden Akins, Hauser, Tyson Walker, looking at last season, all got better. Obviously, this season, they got worse.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the thing is, it's this season now. So, okay. All right. I guess I don't know where that leaves us. I don't know. At a certain point, like, I'm glad Tom Izzo at the podium and said, like, let's put some blame on me. I got to get my guys ready. I'd say it's less like, ooh, I got to get my guys ready, and more it's like, why are none of these guys playable right now? I don't get it. I don't understand what they've been doing. Because Jaden Akins is a good basketball player, and he's playing like a horrible basketball player. AJ Hoggard has been a good basketball player. He's playing like a horrible basketball player. The front court has been horrible basketball players. They're playing like themselves. Malik Hall has been a good basketball player. He's playing like a horrible basketball player. The three freshmen, I believe, should be capable of contributing to a rotation. All three of them. None of them are. So at a certain point, I don't know who to ask questions of other than the coaching staff right now, who I think has just done a horrendous job this season.
They deserve a lot of blame. Probably most of it in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird
Probably
stuff.
like if it's like 100% thing, give me like 80, 70 to 80 on the head of the snake and the staff.
Okay.
For putting this roster together.
Okay. We did a lot of
30 for the players.
We did a lot of body language, like I don't know, teammate stuff with other programs. Xavier Booker transfer watch. Where are we at with that?
Interested to see where he goes. It won't be at Michigan State.
Mama Booker wasn't super happy tonight.
Probably not.
Probably not, or not.
Probably not. But I wonder if she knows that her son's not that good.
Okay, that's horrible. I don't endorse that message.
Not.
I don't
He's
endorse
not.
that.
He's
I don't
not.
endorse that message.
He's good.
We haven't seen it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come on here and shit on a kid that's not getting opportunities. That's what we're gonna do.
Every time he's touched the floor, he's been shit.
Wonder if his mom doesn't know if he's that's just horrible. That's low. All right.
Is Xavier Booker good?
We don't know.
So now we don't know. Like even in the small minutes he's been out there, has he been good?
He's good enough to play 10 minutes off the bench for this team for sure.
He's not even good enough to play hard in practice. He's lazy.
Didn't you say the whole team's lazy?
He's lazy.
Didn't you say the whole team's lazy?
Whole team's not lazy. They're just bad.
That's why is everybody tweeting about how lazy and how little they want it then?
They are. I'm not saying they are, but you're telling me that like Xavier Booker, like yeah, he deserves to get in the game, I guess. What's he gonna do? Go out there and do the same thing?
I don't know. I just think it's low to when discussing what Xavier Booker's mom might think for a very specific reason, hit it with I wonder if she knows her son stinks. But I guess here we are, you're 4-4 and you're in a low spot. So just know that I don't
we love to do like the whole football thing. Like, did you not like you said Caden Hauser wasn't good in the one drive that he played? Can we not do the same thing with Xavier Booker? In the very small minutes that he has, he's been bad.
Okay.
Has he not been bad?
He's been bad at certain things, yeah.
What do you think he's been good at in the small minutes?
Even when missing the shots, he is a bigger shooting threat than the guys that play ahead of him. That would certainly help the other guys on the roster get easier looks.
I actually agree with that. I'm actually serious. I agree with that. Wow. And everyone else is giving up rebounds. So, like, if he's giving up rebounds, who cares, right? Like, I'm dead ass. I agree.
Okay. All right. Michigan State must-win game at Nebraska now on Sunday?
Yep, probably. I don't see it, though.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Good luck, Card. Hang in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Goodbye.